Hi guys, welcome to Pydjango tutorials. So in this next tutorial series we will learn how we can create personal chat application in Django using Django channels. So we will be creating a clone of a famous messenger website out there called WhatsApp. So we will try to create something like that. So this tutorial will be in a multiple video series. So in first video we will create a basic structure of the project and we will create a basic template layout for rendering messages and all. So for this video we will create a home page layout, we will create a chat page layout, and in the next video we will try to implement Django channels so that user can interact through one-on-one messages with other users. So let's get started with that. So let's create a brand new Django project. Django-admin start project, and we will call it WhatsApp clone. Let's move into in this directory and let's create our app. Django-admin start app called chat. So as you can see, our project and an app named chat is created. So let's proceed with the basic Django configurations and Django settings. So let's first import OS and let's register our app. It's chat. Okay. Now for template, os.path.join templates paste dir. Now let's do the basic static settings. That will be static URL, static files, directories, this will be os.path.join paste dir static, and then static root variable we have to define. os.path.join os.path.directory name base dir, and this will be static cdn. So that's it, that's all we have to do in the Django settings file. Now let's create a templates directory to hold our basic templates file, and in this let's first create a base HTML file, so base.html. and for base.html I already have the boilerplate code for that, so basic that is with all the necessary links such as jQuery link and bootstrap link and all, and we will also use font awesome, so I'll already implemented the link for that. And by the way, you can get this file from the GitHub repo, so let me just copy it from there, and don't worry, I'll drop the link for the GitHub repo in the description, so don't worry about that. So here this is, let me copy it. So see, I already have the link for jQuery, for bootstrap, and also for font awesome, as you can see. So this is what I was talking about. Now let's also create a index, that is home page. So index.html. Now, as for uh, this video, we are not focusing on the front end part, as the ultimate goal of the tutorial is to teach you how you can use Django channels to create a personal chat application. So I will not be showing or writing the code for the front end, that is all HTML and CSS code. However, for the WebSockets part, we will do that. So as for CSS and HTML file, I will be directly copy and pasting it from the GitHub repo. You can obviously also get that code from the GitHub repo. So let me just copy the code for index file. Here it is. So see, I've extended from base.html so that this all links are already extended in the HTML file, index HTML file. Then I've used load static if we are using any static file, such as we are using index.css. And then these are all are just basic HTML, and we are rendering users and their username, so that user can start a personal chat. Now we have to create a view to handle this HTML page. So let's open our views.html. Okay, so now let's get our user model. So from django.contrib.auth import get user model, and user equals to get user model. Now let's create a index function to handle index HTML page. This will take request as a parameter. Now we want to get all the users except the user who is actually logged in or who is the current user. So how can we do that? So this will be users.objects.exclude username equals to request dot user dot username, return render request pages index.html, and context will be users because this is the key that we have used in our index page. As you can see, users, so that's why we are sending users from here. Now let's create a URL mapping for this. So this is from chat.views import index path index, or this is home page, sorry, so we will leave it blank, and function is index, name will also be index, or let's give it a name, home. Okay, that's it, that's all we have to do. Now as you can see, in our index.html we have used a CSS file called index.css. so let's do the configurations for that. So inside our WhatsApp clone we will create a directory called static, and inside that we will create a directory called CSS, and inside CSS we will create a file index.css, and let me copy the code from the GitHub repo. Here it is. You can also get this code from the GitHub repo, so make sure you get it from there. Now we can go ahead and test this. Now before that, let me create a super user. So Python. Now before creating a super user, I have to make migrations to create user model, that is Django inbuilt user model. So Python manage.py migrate. Now let's create a super user. Create super user. Gmail. Yes. Now let's run our app and see that everything is working or not. Python manage.py run server, and it is actually running. Now let me get the another window, and link is p. Let me just type it out. 127.0 port 8000, I think. Let me just copy it from here, the link, and let's go and paste this out. And it is saying that template does not exist. So problem is in line number 9, saying index.html does not exist. So let's check that. It's saying index.html does not exist. Okay, so it is index.html. It is existing. Let me just check it and get back to you. Okay guys, so the problem is I think the problem is that we have to use base dir and then templates. I've written templates first and then base dir, so I think this is the problem. Let's save this and run it once again. So let me just close the server and run it once again and see if it is resolved or not. Let's refresh this. Now so yeah, that problem is actually solved, but now we got the new problem. Reverse for chat not found. Chat is not a valid view function. So okay, now I get this. I've copied the code. So in index.html, this is showing that this chat is not a valid URL. So yes, absolutely it is not, because we haven't implemented a chat view yet. So let's delete this and let's test this once again. Yes, so now you can see this is actually working. And now let's open the admin page. Let's log in. Here it is. Now let's register some more users. So let's give a name Joshua, password, then maybe Sarah, then password, then one more, maybe Rohit, and let's save them. Now let's go back to our page. So as you can see, I'm logged in with super user Anshu, and that's why, and we have excluded the current user. You can see in our views we are excluding the current user. That's why Anshu is not showing here, and next all other users are actually rendering here. That is Joshua, Sarah, and Rohit that we just added. So till now it's working correctly, and now we can proceed further. Now what do we want to do next? We want to create a chat page, that is main chat page. So let's give a name to that. So main chat.html, and let me get the code for that. And so here it is. Let's paste this. So let's create a view to handle this chat page. So let's go to our views.py file. Let's create a function called def chat page, and this will take request as a parameter. And here also we want to get this list of users excluded by the current user, and let's send this. So let's copy this line also and paste it here. Instead of index, this will be main chat.html, and let's see our page. And first we have to do URL mapping. So here it is, chat page path. Let's give it a name, chat, and function is chat page. Name will be chat. Now let's go and test this out and see what errors do we get. Let's refresh this and go to chat page. So first is block content. We haven't closed it, it is saying. So let's go and check that. So here it is, we haven't closed our block. So this is end block. Now let's see what are the errors. Chat, okay, so we haven't implemented a chat URL or chat view yet, so that's why it is showing those errors. This, you can see we haven't implemented this yet. So let's actually find all chat in the URL. This we have to delete. So actually this, let's delete this and put a hash for now. Okay, this is correct, this is okay, this is okay. Now it is okay. Let's save this. Okay, so this is how it is looking. We haven't got our image, that is default profile pic. So let me get it from the GitHub and paste it here. That will be under static assets. So with the name dp.png, you can get it from there. Let me just download it. And paste it. Now if I refresh this, you can see this is the image we get, and that is default DP. So that's it for this video. In the next part we will implement Django channels and Redis channels, so we can create personal chat application and we will render those messages here. and we will also save those messages in the database. However, you can if you want, you can disable this feature and not save those messages in the models. However, I will be showing you how you can save those messages in the database and then render those messages if you want. Then in further videos and or next part of the series, we will create a message notification, so that if any new message arrives or any new message sender sends a new message to you, you get a little notification in the top. And later we will also create message seen and unseen status. So these all things we will do later, but as of for the next part, we will implement Django channels, and we'll start with the basics of Django channels. So that's it for this video, and I hope you like this video, and if you do, please like, share and subscribe. Till then, thank you so much for watching.